Okay, let me explain the situation behind why SmartUnzip was created. When you download stuff off the internet, they usually come in a form of zip files or some sort of compressed archive. If it's a RAR file or a 7-zip file or a tar file or a gzip file, those are great. They let you download stuff, a lot faster than you would otherwise. They just compress everything together. They're fantastic, but the thing that always bothered me about them was, depending on how the author of that file compressed it, changed the way that you would want to unzip it, and then you would have to end up going in there manually and figuring out how they did it. I'll show you an example, and we'll just use the standard Windows extractor real quick. So I've got a zip file right here, and I've named it one directory, and that's because it has one directory inside of it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what's inside of this zip file, just a single directory. So if I just go over here and I say extract all from using the Windows, just the plain old Windows built-in zip file support, then it's just going to extract everything, and it'll be great, except that if you notice here, it's contained within 2 folders now. So I have to click twice to get in here. I mean, it's a minor annoyance, but it annoys me, right? So what I would rather have had that do was, instead of unzipping it into another containing directory like this, would be just to unzip it directly and just plop that other directory right into here. And I'll show you another one. So here's one with multiple files in it. And now if I unzip that with just the standard Windows compressed zip folder, it'll do it correctly. It'll encapsulate it in a directory like you want it to. But the problem is, you never know which is which unless you open up the file and look at it, right? So I have to open these files up and look at them to figure out what's inside, so I know whether or not to unzip it in another directory like this one, or whether or not it's just got a directory in it already and that's all there is. So then I could just do this and then unzip it, and then I get what I want, which is that single directory that's zipped up to come right out and plop right down into this folder that I have the zip file sitting in. See, right here. But see, I had to do that extra step. And when you're unzipping a bunch of stuff, whenever you're decompressing a bunch of stuff, that really kind of gets annoying. So that's what SmartUnzip does, is it eliminates the need to do that. So we'll just extract SmartUnzip real quick. I'll show you how to install it. It's real simple. You really don't have to install anything. We can actually run it just like this. I can just double click on it. If you like that sort of thing, we can take a zip or a compressed archive file, just drag it over, and then it'll unzip stuff. So now see, and it did the right thing, which was enclose these in a directory. Now, and you can also drag things. If I had another window open, I'd show you. You can I can open another window and show you. You can also drag you can drag compressed files to this executable itself. So let's delete this, and we'll just unzip that one again. I'll just drag it over here into this executable. It will let me do that. Hello. Oh, there it went. Sorry. You see right here, it unzipped it. So there's 2 ways you can use it. So you can drag and drop. But I find the most convenient way to do it is to unzip SmartUnzip into a directory and put it wherever you want it, wherever your utilities are, and then click the nice little button, the Add to Context menu button. And what it does is it will add SmartUnzip to the Explorer context menu. So now I don't have to worry about that window anymore. All I have to do is just right click, and then I'll get a SmartUnzip context menu option. So then I can just click that, and then boom, it just unzips it, right? So now with this one directory, right, we want that to just come out directly in here instead of having to go look inside of it. So SmartUnzip will do that. It knows there's just a single directory in there, so it's not gonna encapsulate it in another directory so that you don't have to keep clicking stuff. It's just crazy. And of course, 2 directories, it does the right thing and encapsulates that in a directory. And it'll even do, like I said before, 7 zip files, 7 zip archive files, and this is just a directory plus a file. It'll do, I believe it will do, let's see, it'll do RAR files, I think. I don't know that I've tested that. I'll have to check on that. It'll do tar files, gzip files, and then tgz files. I believe I'm still working on that particular one. Shouldn't be too bad to add, but if you want support for one of those, you can let me know in the comments or do a post on this particular on the page that I'm about to show you. I didn't show you where to get it, did I? You can go to pixelbyte.itch.io, which is where I have most of my stuff, and it's this SmartUnzip right here. Right now, it's only available for Windows, but that might change just depending on how everything works. And just download it, and again, it's a zip file, and you'll just unzip it, and you're off to the races. Is there anything else that I wanted to? Oh, yes. There's a configuration file, and let's see, do I have, yeah, I can, that's kind of big, isn't it? So if I have this, I have a configuration file, and there's a couple of things you can configure. If you want it to open an Explorer window after it gets done unzipping, all you have to do is just say, change that false to true right there, and then, I'll show you real quick, let's just some of these, and we'll just re-unzip them, and I'll show you what it does. It unzips, and then it will open another Explorer with that particular folder that it just unzipped select. So, I don't know. That could be handy if you want it. And then you've got this max files in root. So if there is, and that's one thing I didn't show, but if you have, let's say this multiple, let's do this. Let's copy this, call this single, and let me just get rid of one of these files. Okay. Now, if I unzip this, it's just got one file in it. So the question is, what do I want to happen? Do I want that file to be encapsulated in a directory, which is what the regular unzippers would do? If I just did this, it would encapsulate it in the directory called single, or do I want it just to just extract directly into the folder that I've got? Well, this max files in root will tell it sort of the behavior. So if I do smart unzip now, it'll unzip directly into, didn't save that, did I? It'll unzip directly into this folder, which may be the behavior that I want. But now again, if I had multiple files, which is this one, I've got 2 here, then it's gonna unzip that into a directory. But if I changed this max files in root to say 2, then if it gets this multiple file, since it has 2 in it, it's going to say, oh, that's okay. He told me to unzip these, if there were 2 files, just to go ahead and unzip it into the what you would call the root, or wherever that zip file was. So that's a couple of the settings that you can mess with, and there's probably more to come. So anyway, that's SmartUnzip, and hopefully you find it useful. I sure do use it all the time, especially when you're going through a bunch of zip files or you're downloading a bunch of stuff. It's really great. Thanks.